Let's get to the final team, the most exciting team here in the division. It is
Jets, Jets,
Jets,
Jets,
Jets,
Jets.
Jets.
it is the
Shut up,
Jets.
Sean.
Um,
Do my thing.
by majority rules, the most exciting here. Tell me what you guys are the most excited about with this New York Jets team.
Personally, I'm most excited to see if Aaron Rodgers tears his other Achilles in the first game of the season. That I'm on
over
the edge of my
over
seat for
under
that.
over under on Achilles tear week 1.
Um, Give it to me in the third quarter if it's going to happen.
Makes it more than 4 snaps this time.
You could give him over under on snap count. I don't. What do you fucking mean by over under if he tears it or not?
Yes or no?
What do you
Stop being a dick.
0.5? Did it like completion or incomplete? I don't know, dude.
It was a
Is it a
partial
partial
tear.
tear or a full tear? I don't.
One and a half. He tears one or both.
I thought like the for every team in the NFL, you think like, man, 17 games. We've got a long season ahead of us, right? Well, the Jets, their entire season hinges on how do they get Aaron Rodgers healthily out of the first game. Okay? If he can make it through the first game, they got a shot, god damn it. All right? Like they have so many fun weapons. It would be great to see the New York Jets like be decent for a little bit. I don't even care that it's Aaron Rodgers at the helm. I have zero belief that he finishes the season at the starting quarterback position. Um,
Hot take.
I think he's just too old and too fragile. He's probably like if he makes it out of the first game, he's probably going to have some highlight throws here and there. Uh, I'm just praying for good TV, like I really am. But they fucked the Jets. They absolutely fucked the Jets with game 1.
Well, the Jets are also back in trade talks right now, trying to link up Aaron Rodgers with one of his former teammates. Those talks
I'm
have not
all
gone
for
anywhere
it.
yet, but
I'm all for it.
so you
I
get
would love
Devontae
for
out
that
there.
to happen.
Whew.
Because get him out of the AFC West, bro. Get him the fuck
Or
out.
keep him. It's not like he's doing anything,
He torches us when he plays us.
and they still lose.
I don't care. I don't want the I don't want the possibility of
If that trade does happen, it will happen mid-season. It's not going to happen before the season. There's no reason to go out and waste any capital that you
Dan
may have.
Orlovsky thinks it's going to happen at some point. So
I think it's going to happen at some point as long as Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. You don't go out and waste capital on Devontae Adams, even though he may be
if he's
as
hurt.
great as he is. You don't go out there when the next quarterback that's coming up is either Tyrod Taylor or Jordan Travis. Don't care.
I like the
You
prospect
don't.
of Tyrod. Tyrod can make shit happen.
Tyrod's going to get his other lung punctured, and then you're going to be left
We
with
gotta
Jordan
stop
Travis.
holding that
Okay,
against him.
okay.
Like, god damn it.
It's listen, it's either a punctured lung, a concussion, or a ruptured shoulder. Like this
He's all
guy
right,
can't stay
man.
healthy.
I'm right. I'm rocking with Tyrod, dude.
It's Tyrod. That's Tyrod.
Whatever.
It's Tyrod.
Tyrod.
The
Say it
trade
right.
will happen if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy.
I'm just gonna call him Hot Rod.
I would love to see Devontae Adams
Hot Rod
in the
Taylor.
New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers, but
New
it,
nickname. I
it
love
doesn't
it.
happen if Aaron doesn't stay healthy. The
It's a
rest of
big, big if.
and they've got an offensive line to keep him healthy. They really do. These guys are pretty good, and they've bolstered it a little bit more with a couple guys that have come in from Baltimore last season, and then they also bolstered their left tackle position with Tyron Smith out of Dallas. But don't forget
But
this
he's
wide
been
receiver
injured,
room.
hasn't he?
He was injured last season, not the season before.
I think the biggest
Uh,
thing for them this year will honestly be Brees Hall. He's going to be a beast in that backfield. He's going to relieve a lot of stress from Aaron Rodgers, which who knows with him, man. He's always
How
he's in
many
and
running
out.
backs did they keep? Because they had so many in that damn room.
they have 5 on the roster right now. That's what I was
I
just getting
meant
ready
like
to
out
get.
of like Dalvin Cook and
Oh, Dalvin
who
Cook's on the
else?
Ravens, dude.
Dalvin Cooks with the
That's
Ravens,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
They don't have. I think they've got a couple left over from like their practice squad. There's
They got somebody
Israel.
from the Jags, didn't they? And uh
No, they do not have anyone here from the Jags. So they brought in Tariq Cohen, who was on San Francisco last year. The Bears before that. They brought in Xavier Valade from San Francisco. And then they obviously have Israel, who is left over from their practice squad this past season. And then obviously Brees Hall. They did bring in two rookies. You've got Isaiah Davis, who's out of South Dakota State. And you have the big gun there, Braylon Allen, a guy that everybody's been talking up from Wisconsin. He'll be a good change of pace back when Brees needs a breather. But in their wide receiver room, you still have Xavier Gibson and Garrett Wilson. Alan Lazard has stuck around as well. But then you bolster it with the likes of Mike Williams. If he can stay healthy coming out of Los Angeles, who knows? Maybe it's just a Los Angeles problem with the injuries. If he can stay healthy, that's a guy who can easily be your number one. If you don't bring in
Keenan Allen and Mike Williams will both have an injury.
I'm not putting it past them. I'm just saying maybe it's an LA issue. And maybe it's not. Who knows? But you do have weapons there, and you've got a quarterback that can get the ball out. That's not really a problem. He just has to last more than 4 snaps.
Right.
Tough for
Aaron
some.
Rodgers being the starting quarterback, Alan Lazard will see his fair share of targets. So look out that just like Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard on the same playing field, he's going to make sure he's out there. He's going to make sure he's getting his targets. So that automatically crowds the room. So I would be interested to see how the target share ends up. But I have Garrett Wilson in our fantasy league, so I'm hoping that Garrett's still the de facto number one.
Defensively, they're still a really strong team. That wasn't anything that they had to be worried about last year, and that's the portion of the team that really kept them in games. They had the ability to win some games. They only lost by 1 score most of the time, and it was because of this defense. You've got Jermaine Johnson, you've got Javon Kinlaw, Quinnen Williams, who just got a big contract as well. Hassan Reddick has come in from Philadelphia. Quincy Williams is there. You've got C.J. Mosley, Sauce Gardner, Tony Adams, DJ Reed, Michael Carter II. Like this defense is scary no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah, and it brings up an interesting fantasy question that I like to tinker with every year. And it's specific to the Jets and Sauce Gardner, but it can be expanded to other good cornerbacks and other good teams with good defensive backs. But do you sit your receiver in fantasy if they go up against Sauce Gardner?
If they're going to be
I
covered by
mean,
Sauce, yes.
depends on who your quarterback is.
Good point.
If they're going to be
Because
covered by Sauce, 9 times out of 10, yeah.
especially when you have rosters like our leagues, like we have deep rosters. Like we have guys on our bench that could be plugged in, every week.
Dynasty
So
League, we've got
we got
like
big rosters.
30 roster spots.
Yeah. So,
Just a tip for you: if you have your guy playing up against Sauce, sit him. Just a tip,
I mean,
Just the tips?
it's something you should seriously
It's just a
consider.
tip.
I'm going to
Just
leave
his
it at
tip.
that, and it's not a good answer. It doesn't completely answer it, but
It's just a tip that you should probably sit him.
Just his tip.
Should he sit on your tip?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, whoa.
Take it easy there, guy.
Whoa.
Bazinga! All right, no, I shouldn't have done that.
That was terrible. Fine.
That's a
Fine.
fine. That's fine.
All right.
Taking a
We
look
can find
at
each other for being cheesy or being stupid. All right.
bad
Yell
puns.
it out.
Rule laid.
We've had this since day one, especially for somebody who's going to say bazinga.
Look,
I'm so random, bro.
the Jets schedule, I mean, it still doesn't get any easier. This division has a really tough schedule across the board. The Jets open week 1 with the 49ers in San Francisco. It's not the time that you want to be catching the 49ers. And then they come home. Yeah, they've got the Tennessee Titans. Nobody's really scared about them. Then they've got the Patriots. They've got the Broncos. They've got the Vikings, and then the Bills. So the first 6 games, granted, Aaron Rodgers needs to stay healthy. Again, they should only walk out of here with maybe 2 losses.
Maybe. That's a tough call, but crazier things have happened.
They then go into the middle of the season, and you've got the Steelers, the Patriots, the Texans, the Cardinals, and the Colts. So middle of the season doesn't look real easy for them in those 6 games. Biggest test there is probably easily going to be the Houston Texans, and maybe even the Cardinals, depending on if Kyler's going to be back in full swing or not. And then who knows really what the Colts are going to be like. They could be really, really good. They could be a little bit on the lesser side. Final 6 games of the season don't get too much easier for them. They round it out with the Seahawks, the Dolphins, the Jags, the Rams, the Bills, and then against the Dolphins to round out in week 18 there. Difficult schedule. It doesn't look very good for them if Aaron Rodgers is out. Um, but if he's in, they've at least got a chance.
I think if Rodgers is in or not, because they have Tyrod Taylor back there, more competent than Zach Wilson, you're gonna win most of those games with that defense that you have.
They don't have Mike Williams to help him out.
Who
Or
cares?
Mike White. Sorry, Mike White.
We're fine. They're fine. It's fine.
I believe in Tyrod. He's definitely serviceable.
Everybody says that, and then he plays for like 30 seconds and he leaves injured.
That's not true. When he started on the Texans before CJ Stroud, he did pretty well.
Was this like 6 years ago?
Before he got hurt with the Giants, he did a pretty good job. Before he
The
got hurt
Giants.
with LA,
Let's
pretty
take
good
a look.
job.
We're talking about Houston in 21, but he played 6 games.
Okay.
Your point is what? That's a
That he didn't play
serviceable
much.
quarterback right there.
That he didn't play much.
Well, he's better than the previous back. He's better than Zach Wilson. He's better than the quarterbacks they've had starting like in like their past like 5 years.
I don't disagree with that. He is better than the rest of the backups that they've had. I'm just saying, is he serviceable for like 4 snaps? Very much like Aaron Rodgers. Yes. After 4 snaps, good luck.
Whatever. I think with the defense, you can scheme like average quarterbacks with really good defenses into being solid teams. Like it hinges a lot on the coaching and the play calling and blah blah blah. But Hot Rod Taylor can fucking do it, man. Like
Also throwing this out there,
I don't like the hate. I don't like the doubt.
Rod Taylor's only ever had 1 season with a winning record.
All right, man. What's the over under?
How many quarterbacks don't have a season with a winning record, my guy?
What's the over under?
Patrick Mahomes. Vegas has this at 9
You
and
didn't
a half.
even answer the question correctly, you fucking idiot.
That don't have a season. Oh yeah, I definitely didn't. Either either way, Vegas has this at 9.5.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge here, and I'm gonna say over with 10 wins.
I was also going to say that.
All right, I'll take the under.
I think this team, with or without Aaron Rodgers, can get to that 10-win mark.
I'll take the under. I don't think Aaron Rodgers sticks around for the full season.
I don't either.
Neither.
But I still hope it's a fun season in New York.
That's all we can ask for.
I hope it's a fun season.
I feel for Jets fans.
I don't.